Washington was under attack. Was another 9/11 being planned by someone? This is a question that is asked by everyone right now, but nobody is asking that what will be the consequences of this attack on Washington. Now, everyone knows who was responsible, who was the person behind this. I welcome you all on our channel, and today we'll be discussing that what will be the consequences of this attack, which was done by an Afghan national, a national of Afghanistan, Rahmanullah Lakanwan, 29 years old, who attempted to attack two soldiers of the National Guards in Washington, a few steps away from the White House. What were they doing there? And were they planning something else? This is a question that needs to be asked from that person, Rahman, actually. And he is under the custody with the US forces right now, and the US intelligence is interrogating that person. He entered the United States in September 2021, and he was found there under the Joe Biden's program, where he applied, and then he has been living in the United States since September 2021. Now, this is an act that does not need to be forgiven, and this is something that is going to have consequences that the Afghanistan de facto government, the Taliban government, that's actually not thinking right now. Donald Trump, he himself called this an act of terror, and he said that we'll take steps to remove foreigners from any country who are in the United States who does not belong here. So that is a clear message from Donald Trump that he'll be working right now against all the acts of terrorism in the United States. And this was what Pakistan was saying from the first day. This was what Pakistan's narrative was. Pakistan was saying that terrorism is coming from the place that's in our neighborhood, and that's Afghanistan. We claimed this. We gave proofs on international media. We held peace talks with Afghanistan regime, with Afghanistan's government right now in Istanbul. But what was the end result? They were not claiming. They had made promises in the past, but they did not fulfill any of those promises. When the United States, the forces of the United States were leaving Afghanistan, what they said that we'll not be supporting terrorism. Our state and our land will not be used for terrorism again. But after that, we have seen multiple attacks on Pakistan. The recent attack on FC headquarters Peshawar. Who were the person responsible behind those attacks? Obviously, they were Afghan nationals. In Islamabad district court attack blast, who was the person responsible for that attack? Afghanistan was responsible, and they were the ones who have been trying continuously to destabilize this region, and Pakistan has been saying this again and again. Pakistan has been asking questions on international forum. Pakistan has been asking questions from the United States as well, and from the whole world, that the $2 billion weapons which the United States forces left in Afghanistan, where are they now? What are they being used for? So this was a question that needs to be answered. And when this question was asked from the Afghan Talibans, they didn't have any sort of record for those weapons. Now we can see where those weapons are. Those weapons are with those groups, with those proxies who have been continuously trying to destabilize this region. The weapons are with those groups who are using those weapons against innocent civilians in Pakistan, against this whole state. That's what we have been saying. That's what we have been highlighting. And who are the one backing those Afghan Talibans? The nexus of India and Afghanistan. Who is backing up those terrorists? And both of these countries, our neighborhood countries, unfortunately, they have been saying that Pakistan is responsible for all that sort of terrorism. Now, the international media is highlighting the role, actually, their roles, both of these countries' roles in promoting terrorism, actually. India needs to answer right now. They were also backing up these statements. They were also backing up the stance of Afghanistan that yes, Pakistan is responsible. But now, when an attack was launched in Washington, it was actually an ambush, and two National Guards soldiers, they were shot. Now, who is the one responsible? Now, will they support their narrative once again? I'm talking about India. Will India again support their stance, the stance of Afghanistan, that we are not involved in terrorism? We are not involved in any kind of activity. This is actually now crystal clear that who is behind terrorism. Now, the question is, what will be the future consequences? It will be disastrous. Why? Because Donald Trump has taken his first action. The United States have suspended all the immigration requests coming from Afghanistan, and there have been multiple reports that B-2 bombers are being prepared by the United States. The mother of all bombs, MOB, GBU bombs, they are also prepared, and they have been taken out. And there have been multiple reports, and people are saying, defense analysts are saying that the United States might plan an attack on all the hideouts of Afghan Taliban in Afghanistan. Now, when this happens, then the whole world will see who was responsible behind terrorism, which place was used. When we, Pakistan, carried out operations and with precision airstrikes destroyed all the hideouts of those proxies, those groups which were continuously trying to destabilize this region, which were constantly targeting civilians, innocent civilians, children. In South Waziristan, what happened? That's in front of the whole world. That innocent children, their place of education, it was actually targeted by those people, those bloody people actually, who claim themselves to be the peacemakers, but actually they are not. And now there is a chaos. There is a chaos that's waiting for Afghanistan actually. And because of whom? Because of their de facto government, the Afghan Talibans, for what they have done. Pakistan had said this in the past. Pakistan is saying this now. And there have been reports of the United Nations as well that multiple groups, terrorist groups, are regenerating in Afghanistan right now. And the Afghanistan's government is helping them to regenerate. That is the region which is constantly trying to destabilize not only this South Asian region, but the whole world as well. And the United States have witnessed this thing once again. There have been multiple groups fighting between themselves in Afghanistan. There's actually a chaos. That's the reason there have been news and there have been rumors on social media that Afghanistan is going to be divided in 5 parts. Now, that is what you can see. The chaos is so huge in Afghanistan that will it be divided in 5 parts or not? This is now a debate. The Afghan people, the Afghan nationals, the people living in Afghanistan, they cannot buy food. They cannot buy the basic necessities of life just because of their decisions, just because of their way of governing. They have destroyed each and everything that's in Afghanistan. And yet they are not trying to fix those problems. They are not trying to make peace. They are not trying to make progress. And now Pakistan is on the back foot because Pakistan is saying that it's enough. It's enough that we have been protecting Afghanistan. It's enough that we have supported them for more than 4 decades. And yet, what we got in return? That's in front of you. That was it for all. Take care. Bye.